Someone talk.
Hello.
Okay, shark fact, go.
Oh, that, uh, I'm sorry. I got a piece of cat hair in my mouth. Uh, dif- different,
It's a valid
different,
excuse.
Yeah.
yeah. Different species of sharks live at different levels of the ocean, or in the ocean, from the warm surfaces of the waters to the cold ocean depths. The mackerel and requiem shark families cruise the sunlit surface waters looking for prey. These sharks include mako, poor 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 beagle, tiger sharks, and bull sharks. Basking sharks and whale sharks swim near the surface in order to scope out floating plankton. Catfish and prickly sharks live in at middle depths in the oceans and waters below about oh fudge 1,000 meters, which is 3,000 feet. A few deep sea sharks, such as cookie cutter sharks, spend the day in deep water but rise up to the surface to feed at night. Spiny dogfish and Portuguese or poor oh God, that's not Portuguese. Poor beagle sharks spend the winter sheltering in deep waters, but they move to shallow waters near the coast in the spring and autumn. This is actually Portuguese. Portuguese sharks have been found in depths near 3,700 meters below the sea surface. They live at such great depths that scientists don't know much about them. And then uh there's a little small extra fact. Six-gill sharks have large eyes to help them capture as much light as possible in deep, dark waters. Um, they are really cool sharks. And that is all for now.
Does anybody remember how we started the whole shark fact thing?
I think I brought up a shark fact and then I started just doing it.
That sounds about right.
Might as well be how it happened.
Shark fact just came into being.
Yeah. It just
Yeah, it just
formed.
existed.
And now it's just here.
It's tradition. You can't not have a shark fact. That's bad luck.
Exactly. I just realized I don't even have my own stream opened.
God, I hope I didn't say all that and it's muted.
No, it wasn't muted. I just realized that
I
I
didn't
wasn't
say all that and it's muted.
No, I just realized I didn't have my stream open to see if anyone talked. The stream is live, though.
Yeah.
Although, if nobody's looking, does it actually exist?
Yeah, no,
I'm looking.
I'm watching.
No, I was just making a joke on the if a tree falls in a forest.
Yeah. I think it exists just because we're part of it.
Yeah, now if it was just logically, if it was just Noah,
Man,
I think it still counts.
The times I've streamed a game that wasn't D&D and I'm on my own, I just feel like I'm a crazy person talking to myself.
Well, isn't that everyone on the internet, though?
Wait, but we're here. You're not talking to yourself.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the times I stream alone.
Oh, yeah, that can be lonely, can it?
It's honestly, I feel like I need to be talking constantly in case someone does show up, so it doesn't sound like I'm just silent the whole time. So then my voice gets hoarse, and it's just annoying. Anyways, so yeah, when we last left off, the general recap we came to was town was fighting, we stopped fighting and went to cabin in the woods. The end.
Well, it was a lake, and then we made our typical tiny hut alarm, five
Yes.
other alarm systems. Yeah.
The impenetrable night
It's
defenses.
the double tiny hut with like ADT security systems and
Yeah, no
two-car
bandits coming near us.
garage.
I just imagine if a tiny hut had a hole in the bottom, the reason we cast two is just to seal up the bottom with another tiny hut.
It's not a tiny
Well,
hut,
that's a
it's a
good
tiny
point.
dome. Or no, sphere.
Yeah.
We can never be too cautious, you know?
Then you realize you were standing slightly apart from each other, so there's a gap of like 2 feet where someone can shimmy through the dirt.
Don't give them ideas.
No, that's what
What's
the
it
alarm
gonna
spells are
do?
for.
Nobody can enter it without our permission, so it's like you're just stuck in between the two huts and the alarms are going off and we see you.
Just make sure to not put out a welcome mat.
Yeah.
Can I put out a welcome mat with a mine under it?
Yeah, that would work too. Yeah.
No.
You can do welcome mat and mine.
Only
Okay,
if
now
you
we
put
need
the
to.
mine
Now,
next to yours. My tiny hut doesn't need a mine.
now we need a somebody to die and make a new character that has some kind of homebrew class with mines.
I don't think
Like-
I can
like
do that.
the
I've got
clown
Rick from
or
State
like-
Farm keeping me up.
So
Okay. Anyways, so I don't know what happened there, but we're gonna move on from it.
So, what happens at the lake?
Yes. So you all are at the lake, chilling in your luxurious tiny huts. When the whoever set the alarms, I don't remember who. I know two people have alarm, so I don't remember
Yes.
who's who.
I
know
have
Khalid is one of them.
alarms. I wasn't there, but I would have set them.
Yeah, so I think so Halt and Khalid, you both sense that your alarms have been triggered.
didn't Holly also have alarm?
Does Holly also have
No,
alarm?
no, I've just got tiny hut.
Okay,
No vicious mockery.
I thought all three of us had alarm. That's why when he said who had alarm, I said yes.
Yeah, no, you hear the little like beep, beep, beep.
I reach over and hit my phone until it shuts up.
All right. I'm gonna quickly but quietly try to wake up Holly. It's like shaking their arm.
Make a Constitution check, Holly.
What is our rules on the Constitution? Ow!
Okay, yeah. So you feel some jostling by Halt.
He goes, I already put the cow away, stop!
I'm gonna shift Holly and say we have people outside.
Why do we have people outside? Like, it's the middle of the night. Okay, I'm up.
Quick question. How late into the night is it? And do we have the effects of a long rest yet?
So it's about 4 in the morning, so I'm willing to go ahead and give you the long rest stuff.
Okay.
So you've all gotten the effect of the long rest. You'll need to finish the long rest. If you're not going to finish the long rest, then I'm going to have to take it back. But
I mean, that entirely depends on who's approaching us.
yes.
Mm,
Or
we
even
can
more fun.
see out, can't we?
I believe you can. I'm not. Yeah, I'll wait for Noah to find out.
So what do we see?
Well, you either see the outside or your flat screen TV.
Okay, so the dome is opaque from the outside of any color you choose. I'm assuming we probably chose some dark color that blends in well. But it's transparent
Absolutely
from the
not.
inside.
Okay. So I'm gonna look around.
Yeah, make a perception check.
I'm going to do the same, but
Alright,
with
awesome.
my owl.
Yes, the owl. Go ahead.
And unlike Noah's campaign, this one does have dark vision.
Alright, perfect.
Because that makes sense.
Yes. Hold on, actually, I have to check because I don't remember what race your character is.
Apparently not
Okay, gotcha.
changeling
Half elf.
Yes.
or Triton.
Alright,
We're
yeah.
Goliath.
'Cause
I
you-
think
you-
that's it.
Yeah, you
Elf
play
human.
changeling so much that I had to double check.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so Holly, you're still kind of groggy from waking up and kind of snapping out of your dream. So you really don't see all that much, and what you do see is, just some like wildlife off in the forest. Yeah, Khalid and Halt both see a like cloaked figure walking along, or more like pacing along the edge of the lake, kind of nervously. Doesn't seem to have noticed the tiny hut setup yet.
What did they look like again?
You can't really tell too much about them. They have a vaguely humanoid shape, but beyond that, it's hard to say.
I'm going to, I guess technically prepare an attack. Like visually, I'm just gonna like knock an arrow on my bow and just observe for now.
I don't think you can shoot through the tiny hut.
Let me check.
I don't know, but I could also just step through real quick to shoot.
Yeah, if you want to step out, you 100% can, but I think you have to exit the hut.
Creatures and objects within the dome, when you cast a spell, can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. So, essentially, objects can, spells can't.
I can shoot through it then.
According to this description, yep.
I'm not sure.
It says creatures and objects.
Yes, but that's in the context of letting them enter in, not in the context of combat. shooting something out.
It just says they can move through it freely. So I
think it's so
assumed
that you don't have to like drop your bags and stuff outside the hut.
Yeah,
and
that I
then
think
come
that's the concept behind that as well. I don't think it's meant as like this becomes the, stationary tank.
out.
Look, I'm hinging on it becoming a stationary tank in the distant future. Okay. Eventually, I'll get the ability to cast a spell instantly that takes any amount of time, and I plan to use nothing but this spell. Come on, you can't ruin my playstyle like that.
Look, I'm planning to get that mansion spell later, so like, don't worry about it. We'll have a tank, but it'll be even better because it'll be 24 hours and a mansion.
So I'm gonna say that you're gonna have to step out of the tiny hut if you want to shoot. You can just step out, shoot, and step back in. That's fine. But if you're gonna shoot something, then you're gonna need to step out of the tiny hut.
I'm gonna sneak outside at them.
Okay.
I'm gonna send my owl to get a closer look.
I'm gonna go back to sleep because I think an animal triggered the alarms.
Okay. Make a Constitution check for me. And could I get a stealth roll from the owl?
What?
Oh. Yeah, and I got 2 hidden rolls at the same time, and so I thought they were a run roll for a second. Okay. Yeah, so Holly, for some reason now the ground's a lot harder than it was before, and so you're having a hard time falling asleep.
Dang it.
Yeah. And then so both Halt and the owl make it out of the tiny hut unseen. Halt finds a perfectly sized bush to hide behind, and the owl just finds a branch because it's an owl.
I feel like animals should get advantage on stealth because they're animals.
I mean, are there owls in this part of the world?
Yeah, I mean, it's Greece. Athena? I mean, there's gotta be owls.
I'm pretty sure there are owls in Italy.
Yes, there are.
Yeah.
I just Google searched it.
And if there weren't, I was saying that they are. So
there are tawny owls, scops owls, barn owls, little owls, and long-eared owls. So now we're switching over to owl facts.
Yes.
I mean, if you want to find a book that details
I guess when
owls
we're out of shark facts.
What?
I guess whenever we finally run out of shark facts, we'll have to
Oh no,
pick
after
some other
shark
animal.
facts, we go to squid and octopus facts. And after that...
Chen is
We
pleased
go
with this
with cat.
proposition.
Yes.
And then we go into whale facts, and then dinosaur facts, and then alligator facts, and then Florida man facts.
I don't know
that's just
about
a bunch
Florida
of
man
news
facts.
articles.
Those get pretty
The
bizarre.
most dangerous of animals. Florida man.
Yeah.
So if the owl and Halt want to roll new perception checks, you may.
A reminder, an
shall.
owl has advantage on perception.
So on first glance, the figure seems to be human, but both of you are able to pick up as the figure continues to pace along the shoreline that it's actually seems like it's just the taller side of a dwarf.
Alright.
So it's a tall dwarf? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it's a tall dwarf pacing back and forth.
So the question is, does that make it the same height as a small human or a normal human?
It'd still be a little short for a human, but not absurdly so.
Okay.
Like, dwarves can normally go up to like 5-ish feet.
I think the biggest thing is that their bodies don't look proportional.
Yes, and now that you've gotten closer, you can tell the difference.
Guess I'll keep observing since they're pacing. It looks like they're waiting for someone.
As they're pacing along the sand, they're leaving like larger and larger indents as their footprints just sink in.
Do we know any dwarves?
I don't think so.
I don't think you've encountered a dwarf yet.
Okay.
At least not in the campaign setting.
Is it cloudy or open skies right now?
So it is partly cloudy with a temperature of 68 degrees, 37% humidity.
Serious?
The moon is waxing.
Look, I just need to know, is it bright out or is it dark out?
Hold up.
Medium.
How far along on waxing is it?
So you've got about a half moon.
Look,
Okay,
I don't need to know
50,
how
55%.
shiny the moon's
Yeah,
boots
somewhere
are.
around there. Wait, what'd you say?
I said I don't need to know how shiny the moon's boots are.
Well, on that note, actually, it just got them. I just put some polish on. So they're actually, fairly bright today. Thank you for asking.
I'll give the moon a Bardic Inspiration because their shoes are so shiny.
Yes.
So, 2 questions. One, do I recognize any uniform or anything the dwarf might be wearing?
What's the second question?
Second question is, do I know anything about dwarves?
So roll a history check, and that's going to be for both of them.
Twice or once?
No, just once. So the dwarf does seem to be wearing what could definitely be considered like ancestral based like dwarven clothing, but it's hard for you to say or pin it down to any specific like culture or anything like that beyond just dwarves.
Well, does it look the same as what the mercenaries were given? Or the rebellion or whatever?
No. And then...
Hey, Eli. How are you doing?
What was your second question?
Do I know anything about dwarves?
So, in that respect, again, you know what you know is mainly just from stories. And they regard like a dwarven like nation up to the north, with many different like clans and cultures that sometimes cause internal conflict, but other times they've united against a common enemy, and you know a lot of legends and stories and tales, but beyond that. It's hard to know exactly what is the difference between reality and legend.
Okay.
Sometimes they got tricked by Loki and then got to sew his mouth shut because he was being
But you know that they're very, You know that they're very strong, hardy individuals that are very courageous as well. But again, legends tend to focus on specific things and oftentimes more pluses than minuses.
Do I happen to know if the stories come from further north or just some other location, or if the stories could be from this area?
No, you're pretty certain they come from up north.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you would have. One, you probably would have run into them by now. And two, yeah, no, the clothes that he's wearing is definitely too heavy for the weather.
So like Holly.
Yes.
Holly's more east than west.
I'm going to... Or how far is Halt from the tiny hut?
I was attempting to basically just step outside of it, but be within, like, hopefully a dive roll kind of range, or
I guess the better
not much
question
farther.
is, Josh, would I be able to tell him something without having to roll stealth?
No, you would have to roll stealth.
Okay.
Yeah, probably like 5-10 feet away.
I'm gonna... Ooh, actually, do I have... I do not have the message spell. I'm just going to try to... actually, I'm going to try and wake Holly back up.
He's passive-aggressively trying to go back to sleep. Out of spite, because the ground is bad. He's spiting the ground.
Holly, there's a dwarf pacing by the lake.
Good for him. I'm tired.
Well, do you think you could help me surround him so that we can try and get some answers out of him without him running away? Not that his
I
stubby
seem to be
little
better
legs.
at causing people to run away these past few days than bring them together.
I think we should go back to the plan from the original campaign.
What, cut off people's fingers? Or...
No, I'll just pin his foot to the ground and then he can't run away.
Oh, I could do charm person.
I'm pretty sure that
Or
would
just
end
help.
the moment you convince him to let you cut off his fingers, or do you mean pin them to the ground while they're charmed? Or just convince them to not run away?
I was
You
going
mean
for convince him to not run away.
I mean, but those are all possibilities, as far as I can tell.
Issue with charm person, though. I mean, it lasts an hour, but afterwards they know you charmed them.
Well, since Holly doesn't seem to help or want to help, I'm just gonna wait and keep watching to see if someone shows up.
So after a few minutes of pacing,
Have a good stream, Eli.
nothing's changed, and the dwarf seems to be getting more and more anxious. And goes. So now instead of pacing, he's decided to just start doing push-ups on the beach instead.
Admirable. I'm gonna have my owl fly high up in the air and see if it can spot anyone else moving in the general area.
Sure. Have it roll perception. Other than the like, there's a few like animals in the surrounding area, but
Ooh, mouse.
other, yeah, yes, mouse. But other than the dwarf doing push-ups, there doesn't seem to be anyone else in the vicinity.
In that case, I'm going to approach the dwarf, but make sure Halt sees me, knows that I'm doing it on my way.
Do I have a good line of sight to the beach at the moment? Like, are there many trees in the way?
No. Yeah, you could get to the, I mean, you're not far from the tiny hut, which is in and of itself fairly close to the beach, and two, the land around the beach kind of clears out a little bit, so you're kind of right on the edge.
Okay, so I won't have trouble shooting from the tree line if I need
no,
to.
you will not.
Okay.
I mean, but so
I'll just kind of acknowledge him passing me probably on his way to the beach.
Okay, so yeah, I'm approaching him.
So as you approach, are you doing it stealthy or just walking up?
I'm just walking up, and I'm gonna have my hands kind of visible so that it's clear I don't have any weapons pulled out.
Your hands
So,
are weapons. You're a wizard.
Look, he doesn't know that, okay? Although I guess I do have my quarterstaff, so I guess I'm gonna be using that like a walking stick or something.
Yeah. So the as you approach, the dwarf hears you and stops doing the push-ups and like quickly stands up and brushes himself off. Like, oh yeah, sorry about that. I didn't know when you were going to get here.
I didn't know to expect you.
Yeah, I know. I'm a bit I'm a bit late, but I figure hopefully it still works.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I was really coming here to see what you had to say. I mean, I know that you're the one who wanted the meeting, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't like coming this far south.
Can I hear what's being said?
Roll perception. Yeah, you can definitely hear what's being said.
Okay.
Was there somewhere else you would have preferred to meet?
Well, yeah, I mean, up north where, we met the first time. Or at least I met one of your companions.
I'm not sure if you've met any of my companions. None that I would call my companions anyways.
Well, I know that we're all coming from separate places, but I mean, And anyways, my name is Orpheus.
Say that again.
Orthless.
Off this?
Orifice.
Orifice?
Orfless. There's an
Orfless.
L sound.
So like, or as in a
Orifice.
mineral.
Yes, and then flus. Flus. You.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. I just had to type it down because I know I will forget it in the next 5 seconds.
And then in a few weeks, we're going to be so confused if we ever look back on that.
But anyways, so when did when's the big meeting gonna be?
What do you know about the meeting so far?
Well, I mean that I know that everyone's gonna be there.
Have you heard of who's going to be in attendance? I haven't heard from everybody who's going to be making it yet.
Well, I know the elves are gonna be there. Not a big fan of that personally, but you know, we need everyone we can get, I suppose. Even though they are stupid.
I guess they don't have your
Lazy.
axe. Sorry, I had to make the joke.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, so the elves.
Yeah. And then, let's see here. I know that we've talked a bit to the, what do they call themselves now? They like rebrand 10 times a month. The halflings or small people or whatever the heck they call themselves. Those people.
The Hobbits?
The small folk.
Yeah, them. You know, the like really meany people.
The one with the big feet.
Yeah.
Wait, but what about the gnomes? I mean, they're pretty small too.
Well, that's
I
why
mean,
I
they're
specified
smaller than
big
the
feet.
small ones.
Halflings have big feet,
Yeah.
but gnomes don't. I don't think.
No, they're very small. They're small. So small that they're considered small. D&D terms.
Yeah.
I mean, I think halflings and gnomes are both small. I don't know. Anyways.
I think that's debatable.
Look, I don't have a list of heights for all.
I don't either.
Here, I have found a picture. Or more specifically, I found a website with a picture. And gnomes are right next to halflings in size. Just gnomes are slightly bigger than halflings.
Interesting. Yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of people there.
Have you been made aware of who's organizing it?
You are organizing it.
Just making sure.
What is it? Some sort of test?
I mean, how am I supposed to know if you're the person I was here to meet?
How am I supposed to know you're the person I'm supposed to meet?
Were you not given
I'm not here
my
to play
description?
games. I wasn't given a description. You didn't give me the description.
Well, please tell me you were at least told why we were meeting.
Yeah, to kill the stupid humans. Why else we mean?
I mean, could have been for tea or something. You never know.
Hate that.
Is Khalid providing any partial cover right now?
I'm going. I
What?
would have tried to make it so I wasn't in between you and him.
Yeah, no, you got a clear shot if you want it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna
or
take
or
a
is the
shot.
question, are you trying to take the shot on Khalid for what he's saying?
No. Hold on. Well, I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to. We'll make it sound like a twig snapped on the other side of the. I think on the other side of the lake. Is that too far away?
It's range of 30 feet.
Yeah, you've only get. This is a pretty big lake, man.
Okay. I don't know if the lake was a very accurate description of this or not.
Wait,
It's not a
hold on.
pond.
Hold on. We gotta think about this for a second. Hold on.
No, I like his idea.
They're going to kill humans. But there's a lot of mythical creatures that depend on humans as food. As
Sustenance.
food. Yeah.
I mean, those mythological creatures probably have like a stockpile or a farm.
But if we're
Probably.
trying to kill all humans, then that means even those ones.
Here, I'm gonna make just a twig snap farther away from me in the tree line. See how he reacts.
You gotta hear it first.
What was that?
Just gotta hear it first.
He does have to hear it. Yes.
Yeah. Gashed.
I should also probably roll for stealth for using thaumaturgy. Make sure he hears the twig and not me.
Right, yeah, good point. Because it is verbal. So yes, if you could roll a stealth check. Alright, yeah.
Quick question. Can I see if there's anything magical on the dwarf? AKA, is he a wizard of some sort?
Based on your, I'm gonna just work on your previous perception rolls. There wasn't anything magic on him that was like obviously magical.
Okay.
To say if he has like magical equipment or something like that, you would have to use like a detect magic or something like that.
Okay. Can I tell if he heard the twig snap?
Yes. Hold on a second. I think I heard something.
I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation to make kind of like a shower of sparks appear in my hand, like I'm prepared to cast a spell at the noise. AKA, I'm trying to make it look like I'm ready to fight whatever made the noise.
And so the dwarf kind of starts to hunker down and draws a giant axe off his back.
You'd think I might have noticed that.
Well, you didn't ask about if he had any conventional weapons.
I'd like to try and cast Hunter's Mark on him quietly as well.
Okay, make another stealth check. Right, you managed to do it.
Alright.
What's the dice rolls for?
The
Hunter's Mark is also used to increase damage, I believe.
Okay.
Am I correct?
yeah,
Yeah, no, I knew
guess
it's
it
done to
rolled
increase
it.
damage, but I didn't think it did damage when you first cast it. That's why I was confused.
it doesn't. Oh, I guess for some reason I set it up to do that.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
useful.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I just yeah, I
Oh,
was
I
just
should make
confused.
that.
Yeah.
I should make it a global modifier that I can toggle.
Anyways, I'm gonna look at the dwarf. You did come alone, didn't you?
Of course I did. Did you? Yeah, that was a bad accent.
No problem. No? Maybe we're not alone.
Agreed. Okay, now I've lost the voice.
Were you
and so-
staying anywhere that we might be able to talk in private?
I'd sleep outside.
Awfully cold and interesting choice in lands that are unfamiliar to you.
If anything gets too close, I whack it.
What was that?
If anything gets too close, I whack it.
Am I
And
able
then
to
they have
hear
dinner
this?
too.
What was that, Damien?
I was wondering if I'm able to hear any of this conversation.
Roll a perception check.
Okay. Give me a moment.
Yeah, you've been hearing all of this.
Okay. Well, I wish I had a message too. Dang it.
Look, whatever that noise was, it was probably just an animal. Let's try and make this quick.
Of course. Yeah.
Tell me, what were your reasons for wanting to kill the humans? Just want to make
Well,
sure
they starting to get into our land, and our minds, and our places. There are just too many of them. They're everywhere. They're like ants.
So they're pests to you. That's your whole reason.
We don't want to kill them. But if they're gonna come to us, what are we gonna do?
Show them force and send them away. It's just as
But then they just keep coming back with more of them.
You don't sound very dedicated to the cause. You just seem to be looking for an easy answer.
Of course I'm looking for an easy answer. That's why I'm here.
I don't know if we can trust someone that's looking for an easy answer.
You need strength. We've got strength. You can't do it without us, and you know it.
So, currently I'm trying to decide if I want to try and convince him to not join us by acting like really bad or join the whoever it is by acting like bad allies, or what.
At that point, both of you notice that there's a paper on the shoreline that washed up. That wasn't there before.
I'm gonna reach down and pick it up.
So it's written in Dwarvish. Do you know Dwarvish?
I don't, but I got comprehend language. I don't know if that could help.
Remind me, if you cast something as a ritual, does it take an extra minute to cast it?
I thought it was 10.
Okay,
So if you're able to hand it over to me, I can read it. I just have to touch it.
Okay, it does take 10 minutes longer. Also, I'm trying to ignore that because my character doesn't know that and can't hear you.
That's fair. That's fair. All right.
I'm going to put the note away and say to the dwarf, I just got a message from some of my sources. I'm gonna need a few minutes to decipher it. Would you mind waiting here while I do that?
Okay, sure. I can. I'll go hunt the animal.
I
And go sprinting
recommend...
off into the. Immediately start sprinting into the woods.
Hold on. I recommend going over there, and I'm going to point in a direction that isn't our camp. I've seen fewer hunters in that area. Fewer people you'll potentially run into.
Oh, good idea. Starts running in that direction.
And then I'm going to start ritual casting Comprehend Languages. Although I'm going to, move out of the open when I do it.
Yeah, no, you're gonna go into the tiny hut first and then.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, after doing the ritual cast, you are able to read the note that it's written to the dwarf, and it's saying our apologies, we can't make this meeting. There are imposters among us.
Sus.
That wasn't even intentional, honestly. That was not even intentional. That wasn't. Oh gosh. I'm all right, that's it. That's the end of the session right there. Okay.
Oh, I get it.
Sorry, I just had to make the joke.
I didn't even think about that.
I mean, he literally said there are imposters among us.
Oh, come on. Okay. So, yeah. All right, that's the end of the session. All right, good night, everyone.
Alien.
So, the meeting, this lake, 2 days, killed the imposters.
Sorry, do you mean to be at the lake and to also kill the imposters?
They were 2 separate sentences.
Okay. So yeah, to be at the lake in 2 days and also to kill the imposters.
Yeah.
Is what that would imply.
Yes.
Okay.
You are reading between the lines, and so I can't want to,
Yeah, I mean, I can't actually read the sentence, so I can't see the punctuation.
Yes.
That's why I was just trying to confirm.
Yeah. No, it's 2 separate sentences.
I'm gonna look over to Holly. You know some kind of disguise magic, right?
I certainly do. And I also know how not to sleep anymore. This ground is so uncomfortable.
Do you, perchance, have the ability to disguise yourself as a dwarf?
Let me look at that spell. I think I can make myself shorter, but only by one foot. Yeah, 1 foot shorter.
But luckily he's a tall dwarf.
Luckily, I'm only 5'6".
Was the dwarf over a foot shorter than Holly? Hello? No? So he would be able to turn into him, or he wouldn't?
Yes.
That's one or the other, not yes.
Okay, I must not be hearing you all the way then. Because I thought yes worked.
Is Holly able to use the spell to turn into the dwarf?
Yes.
Okay, great. Before I
thought
said
you-
or not, and then you said yes. So I was like, is he able to or not? Yes? I don't know. Okay.
Okay, I didn't really hear the or not part.
Okay, I mean, it makes sense. For some reason, some of my stuff just seems to not get picked up.
Yeah, it could be at my end too. I have a hard time hearing people sometimes, so.
Okay.
What?
I'm going to tell Holly and Holt what happened and ask if they think we should try and learn a bit about the dwarf and then disguise as him and attend this meeting, or just convince him to not come and leave it at that and watch from a distance.
As he's trying to say that to Holly, I'll step back into the tiny hut and I'll just continue from there. I think we should learn about this dwarf and then take him out before he can bring harm to humans.
Quick question. What does Halt appear to be? I forget.
If you can make out features beneath the cloak that I'm wearing and the darkness of
Dark vision is
night, yes.
I have dark
Then
vision.
yeah, I would look like a half elf in my facial features.
Okay. Or we could take this campaign in the direction of we join them.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
He'd react to that, but I'm trying to figure out how.
No, I'm joking. My character wouldn't actually say that.
I mean, if you wanted to, we could take this campaign in a different direction. I'm cool with that.
I'm just
I
trying
mean,
to
they
think
could
of
try
how we...
to, but then you'd have to balance between them, the villain party, and probably just me, the hero party.
No, my character is good as well. He wouldn't try to kill humans, especially not for the excuse of they're coming to our land.
I mean,
Especially since
I'm not sure I'd call mine exactly good. I have humans as a favorite enemy.
Look, you just like to hunt some good old long pig. It's perfectly normal.
The most dangerous animal.
Exactly.
See, Holly has history and reason to not necessarily like humans, but he's also kind of on the not a big fan of the whole let's kill an entire race thing.
I feel like genocide today.
Yeah.
So, do we want to try and get in this meeting as the dwarf, or just try and attend it without an invitation?
That'd be cool.
Is that just like dropping in unannounced, killing them?
Yes, saying that we were informed about it.
I think they'd know that we're I think they know that we're the impost. We're the aliens.
I mean, how would they? Since we
Because-
didn't even know we were imposters?
Because they know that there's imposters and they're not even there.
They are probably referring to somebody else that tried to be an imposter.
I don't think so.
So
Out
they
of
knew about
character,
me.
it's probably the last party, before the party wipe.
I don't remember any of us trying. Wait, did you guys do something when I was gone?
I mean, several times somebody pretended to be like either a kobold or like a dragonborn or something like that, and made friends with the kobolds. And
Yeah.
and while I was Aqua, I also tried to get involved, and they were all talking about a meeting, and we kind of sabotaged a few things, and then just noped out of there.
Yeah, but they're all
I
dead.
may have helped with that.
No, it was going to
Well-
be run by the water elementals or something like that, and several other groups. We only burned a few kobold ships.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like our party. They're all dead for the most part.
But they don't know
Um,
that. Our party died in a dungeon type thing.
Yeah, a dungeon that they made probably.
No, the dungeon was just wanted our dragon. It had nothing to do with wanting to kill us.
No, but it might have had it might have had connections to this whole thing. Also, I mean, considering that the dragon that oh god, what did we name him? Considering that he's
Bait.
was part of the kobold thing, and then we took the dragon, and then the dungeon wanted the dragon. Dungeons and Dragons, then the dungeon probably has something to do with the group that we're either joining or fighting, not sure yet. Kind of on the fence there. But the note says that there's an imposter among us right now, not then.
So what I was thinking is probably that from our perspective, they would have no idea that I was pretending to be them at this current meeting. And if they did, they wouldn't have sent the note while I could pick it up and read it.
Yeah, but magic.
Yeah, I mean, there is magic, but also from my perspective, they wouldn't have had enough time to determine that there is an imposter. Write a note that doesn't say you're with the imposter. It just says there is an imposter.
Well, I mean, they could have figured, or they could have seen our tents or us beginning to set up and been like, oh man, we can't do this meeting, guys.
Look, how about this? I'm going to make friendly with the dwarf. I'm going to admit I'm not who he was supposed to meet here, and I was just trying to figure out what was going on, and I was in the wrong place at the same time. You can join in or not, or stay hidden, and I'm going to try and get more information and get invited to this meeting.
Okay.
I'm probably going to shoot him.
Who, the dwarf?
The dwarf.
Don't do that.
I cannot promise anything.
You should make a signal in case we need to, jump in the back. You know what? Never mind. We'll figure it out if you start fighting.
Yeah, if it looks like he's about to attack me, feel free to join in. Until then, please don't break my cover. I don't plan on killing humans. I just want to know what's going on, and if we can stop it. And the best way to do that is to not kill one of the people that's going to show up.
And I will stay here and not speak because the last time I tried to do diplomacy, I made everything horrible.
Do
And
you
he goes
have a
back.
do you have a problem with that, Halt?
I will try not to shoot him.
Great. If it does come down to shooting him, you can shoot him while he's leaving the meeting so he can't bring any allies. That would be the best time to shoot him. Because that way they'd still be expecting help from the dwarves that will never come, and it could mess up their plans. Does that make sense? It's all about timing.
That does make sense.
Okay, great. I'm gonna go talk to him now. And I'm gonna go back to the beach.
The dwarf has not yet returned.
I'm going to have my owl search for him.
Okay. Have it roll perception.
I'm going to go hide back in my bush.
Okay, we're making it a stealth check. Not Halt, not the owl. The owl's fine.
Look, he's hunting. I just want to make sure.
Okay, okay, yeah, that is actually fair. So, the dwarf is heading back, carrying 2 deer, one in each hand. And
I'm just gonna wait for him then and wave in his direction when he comes within sight.
So, the dwarf sees your wave and waves back, still holding the deer, and so the deer just kind of flails around.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Magical.
Dude.
I'm going to approach him. Okay, so I first want to start by apologizing. I am not the person you came here to meet. I didn't even know you were coming here to meet someone. I just happened to be here and see you and thought I'd say hello. And then you started talking about how you were supposed to meet me. So I just kind of went with it because I didn't know what was going on and wanted to make sure I wasn't forgetting anything important, like being here to meet someone. Also, the note, I believe this was for you. I'm going to hand him the note.
He, tries to awkwardly grab it while holding onto the deer, and then eventually realizes he's going to have to drop one of the deer. And so he tries to pass you the deer so he can grab the note.
I'm going to take it. I'm guessing a strength saving throw.
Yeah, you're going to need a strength check. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to fall down. Right?
Yes. So he's gonna look at the note and read the note. Gonna look up at you and say, actually, you know what? Before could you roll me a persuasion?
Oh no. I should have used inspiration.
So you're not the person I'm supposed to meet.
No, I literally was just camping here. Although I didn't lie. The direction I sent you in, there are fewer people in that direction, and clearly you found 2 deer. So
yes, I find good food.
Yeah,
thank you.
You're very good hunting.
Thank you. So.
But I'm not human. I'm not human. I swear. And I'll take off my mask.
Yeah.
And then-
I know you're not human. You not smell bad.
Okay. I'll put the mask back
Is
on.
is that our dragon?
What?
Is that our dragon?
It is getting close to sounding like the gold dragon, but not quite.
Where is he?
The dragon talks like this.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I can't hold an accent for like more than 5 seconds, so I apologize for that.
yeah,
No,
no, I tried.
that's okay. It was. I was just kind of confused because of like the word choice more than anything.
Yeah.
I would like to point out though, this meeting I am interested in going. I too have had bad encounters with humans. Being called a demon and monster, stuff like that. Typical.
Could you make a deception check?
I mean, that's not deception. He is interested in
Make
attending.
me a deception check.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know, but still, yeah.
Same
I get
modifier.
it's technically true, but yeah.
My character is interested in attending the meeting. He has been
Yeah.
called those things.
Yes, but when you have to say technically, then it's deception.
Technically true. The best type of true.
Yes.
Can I try to have insight on his reaction to stuff?
Sure. Yeah, roll insight.
Right.
I was about to say because of the distance, it's going to be at disadvantage. But you can tell he doesn't seem like he's tensing up to fight. That much you can tell.
Okay. Yeah, it's basically what I'm looking for if he starts tensing up to fight and letting loose.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. And you are a good friend for me. You helped me find food.
I'm glad I could be of help.
So for that reason, I take you to a meeting.
Great. Would you happen to know who the imposters mentioned on this paper are? I'm assuming not, since you hadn't heard anything about it beforehand.
Oh, I can't read.
Oh. Did the person that did the person you were supposed to meet know that you can't read?
I don't know. I can't read.
Okay.
That's why they don't have a description, isn't it?
Okay. Well.
I had brother read me letter telling me to come here.
Okay. Do you happen to have that letter so that I can see?
Brother has that letter. Brother can read.
Okay. Did you at least bring your brother or someone who can read with you?
He said come alone, so I come alone.
Okay. I'm gonna tell him what the contents of the letter were.
Good, so we can stay here then. That is good.
Yes, it looks like that is correct.
I will build camp.
All right. I already have a camp over there. I'm just gonna stay in my camp. I'll probably visit you. I also have a companion. Looks almost just like me to most people. Maybe a little bluer. So if you see someone else, it's probably me or him.
Sure, yeah.
Well,
It's good that you have friend.
Yes. Hope you have
More
a
people for
one.
hunting.
What was that?
More people for hunting.
Yes. I hope you have a wonderful night. I'm going to go talk to him, tell him what's going on, and I guess we'll wait. And I'm going to go back to the tiny hut.
After about 30 seconds, you hear the crack of his axe hitting a tree. Repeatedly.
Alright.
I'm going to tell them exactly what I said. Oh.
I'll just kind of listen in from my hiding place.
What in the name of all things is that noise?
He's... I don't... He might be doing what he considers hunting or setting up a camp. Probably setting up a camp, but I don't know what a dwarf thinks hunting is.
Is that a tree?
That's what it sounded like.
Should we possibly move in case it falls on us?
It didn't sound that close, did it?
No.
I think we're fine. Trees here aren't exactly tall enough to fall that far. Unless we're talking Valheim logic, in which case it could fly across the map for all I know.
I mean, if it's a cedar, we're screwed.
So, Holt. You don't exactly... You look more human than you do otherwise. At least to...
I just want to point out, you are talking to like 5 or 10 feet around the camp, because I'm still hiding.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk to both you and Holly. That was my goal.
Okay. Just letting you know that you don't like see me, probably.
I mean, I thought I saw you hide. So I thought I would know where you were.
That's a good point. I mean, I know where I am, but you probably don't actually see me in the bush.
Yeah.
The big area of where he is.
Here, I'll roll.
Yeah.
I'll roll perception. I got a critical success,
I can confirm.
so I do know where you are.
Alright, he knows where I am.
Why
If
can't
there's
I
a
get the
critical
critical
success, then
success
sure.
during my persuasion?
Because you needed it to see me.
But did I need it though? Did I?
I mean, look at my last stealth roll.
Yeah, certainly I wouldn't have been able to see you without getting a critical success. That is the only case I would have been able to. But again, I knew your general area and was talking to that general area. Anyways, moving on. More races are likely to show up here over time. Since you look more human than you do elf, which is what I'm assuming you're a half-elf. I could be wrong there. Sorry if I am. You might want to move somewhere further away while we wait for this to happen. I mean, we could still keep in contact and stuff, just, you know. It might be safer for you, since it seems like more people are going to show up, to maybe stay in town.
Halt, you can stay in my tiny hut and have a cool party over here, while me and Polly have a boring, sad party in his hut.
I mean, you could stay here. It's just we don't. I wasn't sure if you'd want to be cramped inside a tiny dome for the next 2 days. Is that what the note said?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 days.
I will reemerge into the hut. I will just be up in a tree over there.
Okay, a reminder. We don't know what wants to kill humans, but there's a good chance some of them will have a strong sense of smell. Some of them might have magical abilities. And if there's any undead, they can certainly sense living, probably. So, I'm just saying hiding in a tree might not be the safest way to stay in the area.
You could hide underground in dirt because there's lots of things that are in the dirt and it'd be like camouflage. I don't know how this works.
I don't think hiding underground would work either. I think hiding inside a magical hut or dome like we are in would help block out spells trying to sense you and whatnot, since it's part of what they do. Or waiting in town where you wouldn't be spotted or related to this meeting. Don't worry, we'd still keep you informed and stuff. I'm just trying to figure out a way that we can do this without our cover being broken and us all being dead once this meeting of potentially very powerful creatures commences.
I shall be in town until that night. And then I will approach from downwind, so I may observe and keep you safe.
All right. Just be careful. As I said, there are magical creatures out there that can sense presence, and undead that can sense the living. So scent isn't everything. Just be careful. We don't know what's showing up.
We know that dwarves and elves are, and the small ones.
There are multiple small ones. I'm pretty sure he meant the halflings. There could be gnomes as well. Hard to say, but they usually are too well hidden to find, based on what I've read.
Do you think there will be other tieflings?
Other what?
Tieflings.
I mean, tieflings certainly seem to fit the category of people they're looking for. I highly doubt they'll be too opposed to the thought that we might want to join them. It would certainly help with getting in. So, with that worked out, I'm tired. I'm gonna go back to bed. Any problems?
I'm just gonna leave for the town.
Have a good night. Good luck. Try not to get arrested for unreasonable reasons. Or reasonable reasons.
No promises.
And then we tell each other all our secrets and whisper about which Roman emperor is like the absolute worst.
Yeah. I would just like to find somewhere to hide in the town until morning.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
I don't want anyone noticing that I'm in the town until morning. Okay. Like that I arrived there late at night. That would seem weird.
Roll stealth. Now I gotta come up with something that's worth a critical success. When I have no idea what you're trying to do, really. Still.
He's just trying to hide in the town without being seen.
Yeah, so you manage to find Let's see here. So you managed to find a inn that has space and also a late night service.
All right.
So you can check into
I
that if you want.
so am I just like gliding past, taking the key and leaving money on the counter
Yes.
to hide upstairs without them seeing me do it?
Yes.
All right. I will do that.
It'll be 1 silver and it includes breakfast.
Ooh, fancy.
1 silver is 10 copper, right?
Yes.
So they'll just like look down and see 10 copper on the table, on the bar, I guess, with the key to a room missing.
Dang shadows giving me change.
Yeah.
I prefer when the shadows give me full silver.
Yes. So. So you do that, and then.
Yep.
So then everyone else finishes off the rest of the night. By the way, the alarms get tripped multiple times from this point onwards as the dwarf is continuing to move in and around the area, chopping down trees.
I'm gonna
Thankfully, I am
change.
too far away to hear it.
I'm gonna change the area of the alarm to only be directly around our camp.
Okay. The dwarf still sets it off like once or twice, though.
Great.
And so you awake to a nice, bright, sunny morning to see a like half-finished cabin. On
Man,
the
that's
beach.
fast. I mean, he is a dwarf. I'll give him that. Must be a carpenter dwarf or something.
And also there are like 20 trees that have been cut down.
Oh my god. This is why the humans are encroaching. It's chopping down all the trees.
And he's currently in the process of cutting. You both awaken to the sound of him cutting down another one.
I'm going to wait until it falls, and then approach and ask if I could help out. Assuming this is in the morning.
Hold on. How are the dryads going to deal with the dwarves if this is how they cut down trees constantly? Or are they not part of it? Who knows? We gotta get into this meeting.
Yeah.
That's
I
kind
have
of
a
why I
question,
was
though.
so insistent on this path.
What time is it now?
So it's like mid-morning. You sleep in a little bit later because of all the stuff that happened in the middle of the night.
So, like, 8,
More like 9.
9? So this dwarf has, like, at least a half-finished log cabin, right?
Yes. Yes.
In about 4 hours.
Yeah.
Hey,
Alright.
he can't read, but he's persistent and proficient in something.
Yeah. That's amazing.
So the tree falls, and Khalid, as you approach the dwarf, he looks up and goes, sleeping in early, eh?
Did he say sleeping in early?
Yes.
But that's... Okay. Sorry, the sentence is counter. Sleeping in early.
I am standing by this, okay?
After Khalid has a quick mental shutdown,
It's just like error.
he's
Well, certainly, it's louder than the cows at the farm.
After that mental shutdown for a moment, he's going to be like, sure, yeah. Was up pretty late, decided to get up at a time.
At a time.
Do you need any help setting up your
Or
cabin?
could you carry the log over?
Oh, God.
Give me a second while I look through my spell list. I am going to ritual cast Floating Disc.
Okay.
Wait, actually, let me check. It's how heavy do these logs look?
It's probably around 120, 150 pounds. Somewhere around.
Okay, good. I can carry up to 150 pounds. Sorry, I can carry up to 500 pounds. I don't know why I said
Okay, yeah, no, you're definitely good, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to use the floating disc and help him using that.
So now he can just constantly chop down trees.
So yeah, that's my morning. How about everybody else?
If you want to do downtime for the next couple of days, you are more than welcome to. That includes Noah as well, if you wanted to do downtime.
Yeah,
You
sure.
don't have to help the dwarf. And I'm just going to grab the rules that you used because those are so much better.
The rules I used weren't exactly for downtime. They involved stuff you could do during downtime, but I don't think those were actual downtime.
Yeah, well, they're better than whatever the BBI have, so...
Yeah. The downtime stuff I just came up with. The actual proficiency and that other stuff that I got.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So if you wanted to do something during downtime, for the next couple of days, you want to do so.
Mm-hmm. Does the dwarf seem to be using carpenter's tools?
Yes.
I'm gonna ask him if he could teach me. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Carpentry sounds handy, but do I want it?
Can you afford to not have it?
That's a good question, and I can learn a total of 5 proficiencies under those rules I used, if we're using those now.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought process for the proficiencies, because that rule set is pretty good. At least I thought.
I don't know what I could learn. Heavy armor? Unless I try to learn a tool proficiency.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him if he could teach me carpentry while I help him.
Sure, yeah. So...
Bardic Inspiration. Does that do anything?
Not for this, I don't think.
If anything, it'd make it worse since you need the lower roll.
Yeah.
It would make
Maybe
it
it
impossible.
minuses the amount you get when you roll.
Well, I was just joking.
So I'm trying to figure out what the stat would be. If it'd be strength or constitution.
I mean, if they haven't invented face shields yet, then probably Constitution for trying to spit out all that sawdust.
They have it somewhere.
Oh,
Carpenter's tools, strength, or carpenter's kit.
so I don't know what your modifier is, but
Less than 0.
okay. Hold on, let me open up. Do-do-do-do. We'll just start you at it. We'll just start you at the D20.
Okay. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
'Cause
I mean,
don't
what are
s-
we gonna do? Like a D24? A D22?
Nah. Pull out the D100.
Yeah.
It goes up in
so-
size, and that's the next one I know.
So you can do 2 8-hours sessions if you wanted to. Or if you wanted to do something else with your day.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 2 8 hours. Oops.
Yeah, I've done that before too, so don't worry about it.
Well, first I typed in /gr, and I was like, well, I don't really need to do that, and then I erased that and forgot to put in roll.
Yeah. Okay. So it remains a D20. You're gonna have to keep track of where it's at.
Yeah, I got it.
And so by the end of the first 8-hour set, the cabin's complete. But the dwarf doesn't really have anything better to do. So, I don't know, he starts adding in like second room or something like that. I don't know.
Furniture. He could be making
Yes,
furniture.
there we go. Yeah, furniture.
Gotta cut down more trees to make
Yes.
a nice bench.
Yeah, no, you gotta do a bed, a table. We gotta have a full kitchen.
And by the time of the meeting, this is gonna be a mansion.
Yes.
A fully
gosh.
furnished mansion.
Yeah.
They're gonna be having the meeting in the log cabin at this point.
Yes.
And so, Holly, what did you want to do?
I'll be the person who's doing the montage music, I guess. I don't have anything. Cause like if I get proficient at anything else, you're just going to hate me forever. I don't want you to.
What are you gonna get proficient in?
I mean, like, I've got total of like 10 things that I could get proficient in out of, what is that, 20? So, yeah, no, I'll just be the background music.
You could like go into town and play in a bar or something.
Oh, true. I'll do that. Get some gold.
Yeah, there we go. Make a
Performance?
yeah, make 2 performance rolls, please. So on your so for total for the day, you're gonna get that's not working for me. 15 gold.
Cool.
And then Halt. What are you doing with you in your shadow room?
I guess first off, what am I able to train with those rules?
I think anything pretty much, as long as you don't already have proficiency with it, or you have access to some. Yeah, you do have to have access to like some way to practice it, or be taught it. But other than that, I think you can train just about anything. It's limited by your intelligence.
As in, you can learn and proficiencies up to the number of your proficiency modifier or intelligence
Times
modifier.
2. Intelligence times 2. So your intelligence modifier is 0, so you can learn 1 proficiency. The minimum is 1.
Right. I'll just listen for rumors in the tavern. Try not to be noticed.
Roll stealth and charisma. Actually, you can make it like.
That's why I'm not seeing it.
You can actually like make like persuasion or something like that if you have proficiency in persuasion.
I do not.
And that doesn't matter. Okay.
Hey.
So you managed to overhear some farmers talking about their day and how some of their cattle has been weirdly disappearing over the past like day or 2.
Vampires.
Chupacabra.
But they can't figure out why. It wasn't. They can tell it wasn't by some sort of animal, so they think someone stole them.
I still think it's the chupacabra. I'm with Cohen on this.
I'm sorry, but it's always vampires when it's cows. Chupacabras go for sheep and chicken.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I really want it to be the chupacabra.
That'd be great, but if we got a chupacabra, there's better be a Mothman. And then if there's a Mothman, I'm killing Holly and I want to be a Mothman.
just watch out. You don't want to accidentally walk towards the wrong light.
You're right. That is pretty dangerous. Mothman are pretty, attracted to the light. And one minute you're fine, and then the next you're on fire. It was a campfire. It wasn't the moon.
Have you missed this conversation?
I don't know.
um,
Do I know like where their farm is?
They're farmers from like just outside of town. On the same side as you came from the lake.
I am going to start an investigation on these disappearing cows.
Okay. So you're going to go find their farms and look into their disappeared cattle without telling them.
Yes.
I know it sounds stupid when you say it like that, but I just had to make sure that everything. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay. So, roll an investigation check for me. Okay. So you set off with a vague idea of where their farms are at. But you're likely gonna spend a good portion of your day finding them first.
Okay. I'll sleep in the woods if I have to.
Yeah. And so when you get to you finally find one of the farms. Just based on the description the farmer was talking about the setup. You notice that even more cattle have disappeared than when than the losses the farmer was talking about. The farmer had about like 100 cows, but now it's just maybe 20. And he'd
You
be
better get out of there,
losing
man.
20.
They're gonna pin this on you.
No, it's fine. Probably. I'm gonna look for the cows.
Roll perception.
I'll be clear about this. I'm not looking for the 20 cows. I'm looking for the missing one.
Yes, okay. Thank you for the clarification.
You're welcome.
Well, the cows are right there.
We just had to clarify. He also wasn't looking for the flying cows.
Yes.
I mean, if there are cows flying and they're not part of that.
If there's flying cows, you're definitely going to approach them.
They'll grant you your greatest wish if you rub their tummies.
Just don't go cow tipping.
No, they will give you the worst luck ever for the rest of your life if you cow tip them.
Alright.
So looking around, the cows are in a hedged off pasture surrounded by fields. And so there's no obvious break in the hedging to where the cows could have gotten out. And so it appears that everything is in order. When you see a shadow start to appear.
Alright. Am I in a position I can hide from the shadow?
Yeah, roll stealth. So you managed to duck into the shrubbery as a lizard-like creature pops up out of a different part of the shrubbery and grabs a cow and pulls it out.
Is it a kobold?
It's much larger than a kobold.
It's a
Roll
dwarf.
roll a history check. Yeah, you don't know. It doesn't really match the description of any stories or tales that you've heard of. You have no idea what this thing is.
Can I cast Hunter's Mark on it real quick?
Sure. Make another stealth check.
And
Yeah, you're fine. You've cast Hunter's Mark on it, and that helps you to track it as well, correct?
it gives me advantage on perception and survival checks I make to find it.
And so, yeah, so it doesn't seem to have noticed you. It's busy hauling off its catch.
While not being known to it, so stealthily.
And so it travels for a few minutes before finding a large rock or something to hide behind, and just starts going to town on the cow.
I'd like to get to a good line of sight on it.
make a stealth check for me. Okay, yeah, you don't have too much of an issue finding a rock to overlook its position on.
Alright.
So you have a slight height advantage, and you're maybe 45 feet away from it.
Alright. Is that in good range of a longbow? I don't remember its ranges.
I think longbow's 60, could be wrong though.
Let me check. Game rules, equipment. Longbow
It's 150, so yeah,
range.
you're good.
Yeah. And its long range is 600.
Yeah, that's a
It's a disadvantage on
really
it.
long range, yeah.
Alright. I will attack it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Alright, you hit, roll damage.
Alright. That's sneak attack plus damage from the Hunter's Mark as well. They should be added onto it.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe? Did that?
I don't see the actual damage.
Attack plus.
Oh,
Okay, so the one that says sneak, that's Hunter's Mark plus sneak attack.
okay. And then the piercing is the actual attack from the longbow.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so you shoot this arrow and it sinks right in to its scales, and it looks up, startled, and just takes a defensive stance. It doesn't know exactly where you are yet, so you can get off another sneak attack if you want to.
I would like to.
Go ahead. You hit, roll damage. Ooh. Yeah, so with this one, blood starts to pour out of it, and it is... Yeah. It's going to burrow into the ground.
Ooh.
So
Alright.
the tunnel it's making is at least initially big enough for you to follow it if you wanted to.
Yeah, I guess once it starts burrowing, I'm gonna sprint after it. I'll put my bow away and pull out my sickle.
Alrighty. And are you trying to be stealthy here, or are you running?
No, it's already aware of my presence, so I'm just gonna run after it. I can't do that fast enough while stealthing.
Okay. And so you get to the hole in the ground, and it's already a decent distance down into its tunnel. So could I get a acrobatics check to get into there? Alright, it's tight. You're gonna have to kind of crawl your way through. You're not gonna be able to run.
God, this is just going to be like the descent.
So you'll probably catch up to it eventually, but it will be moving faster than you.
Is there any way with Hunter's Mark that I could tell how far it's gone?
Yeah, roll a perception check with the advantage. So you can tell that at least it started heading in the direction of the pond, which is to the west of your current location.
You mean the lake?
The lake, yes. Gosh darn it. Yeah, lake. It's not a pond, I literally said it wasn't a pond.
In that
A
case,
body of water that is big, but not super big.
Okay, so at that point, barely fits description of lake. Maybe.
Because there's like that one lake that's like the size of a sea, but it's still called a lake.
It's not that big. Okay. It's on the smaller side of a lake.
What I'm saying is lakes are very diverse in their size.
Yeah, no, there are, like, saying lake is not the most descriptive thing. It is on the smaller side of a lake, but it is definitively a lake.
It's the lake you might see at a cabin in a movie.
I think there's
Yes.
actually a debate on what is considered a lake because of like how
Okay,
people.
let's not talk about lake politics here, okay?
I would like to talk about lake politics.
A lake is a large body of water surrounded by land. End of story.
Yeah, but you could
Yes.
also say that for a pond.
That's a small
You
body of
can.
water surrounded by land.
I think it's up to preference
We're
on
gonna get
how you call
Noah
that.
struck for, talking, about political content, okay?
I was reading descriptions from from a Google search.
But like, some lakes could be considered ponds. It's like, it's complicated, okay?
It is. I'm curious if it's deep enough that I can't tell anything about it from the surface, other than that it's gone in that general direction.
Well, that matters the pH and the algae and the life in the lake.
But
God, now we're getting into water politics.
no, I'm talking about the like big lizard thing.
Mm.
Like, would I be able to track it at all above ground, or am I just gonna have to follow it through the tunnel or run in the direction of the lake?
Make a survival check with advantage. You'll be able to tell where the tunnel is some of the time. It really depends on how deep it digs. But if it pops up, if it starts to come closer to the surface, you'll be able to tell where the tunnel's going.
Okay.
It seems like that the creature tends to undulate a lot in terms of its depth.
All right. I'll head toward the lake. If I can tell that it has turned off that course or that it's about to come up, I'll react then.
So, alrighty. So you're tracking the lizard for Khalid and Holly. Throughout the day and getting into the evening as well, more and more other creatures are starting to show up. There are some elves, there are some the halflings that were discussed, but there are other creatures that neither of you have ever seen before.
I would like to mingle.
Could I roll history to see if I've seen or read any of their descriptions in one of the books?
Sure. So you don't recognize most of the ones that are new to you. One that stands out is shit, I forgot I forgot what it was called. Can't describe it. Beep.
Minotaur.
That would have been a good choice, but no, that wasn't it.
Dryad, nymph, anything Egyptian.
No, it's a serpent-based creature.
Oh, Yuan T.
Yuan. Yeah, that.
Yes, that.
I could be I could be pronouncing it wrong, but
That sounds roughly correct.
yes, Yuan T. Or
Yeah.
Yuan Tai, something like that. Spelled YUAN dash TI. Or whatever that thing's called.
I was just thinking of the Aswang because I've been watching Grimm with my dad.
It's the snake people.
Yeah.
Must resist booping the snoot.
Paint your noodle, people.
And so, so you recognize them, but most of the creatures you don't recognize initially.
I should also add to my auto stuff.
Yes.
If I get too close to the lake and I start seeing other creatures and whatnot, I'll fall back to stealth and observation.
So you track the lizard, and it's starting to get closer and closer to the forest. Make a perception check. In your peripheral vision, you do see some other creatures moving. They don't seem to have noticed you yet, but unless you hide, it's likely you'll be spotted at some point.
And if I can move slowly, still in the direction the lizard was going, to see if I notice it pop up.
So yeah, darting from like bush to tree to fallen log or something like that, you manage to make your way through. And eventually you do see the lizard pop up out of the ground, kind of shake itself off, and then continue to amble along its way.
Where is it at?
It's inside the forest now, heading towards the lake.
I would like to attempt a shot at it.
It'll have half cover just because of the trees. You're not gonna have a perfectly clear shot.
There's no way. There's not really an angle I can try to get.
Not if you want to remain hidden.
Are there many other creatures? I should have asked this before. Are there many other creatures around me?
Make another perception check.
Did that roll or no?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Yeah, there are a couple of other creatures. There is a bear-like creature nearby that's just walking along. And then there's also a large bird that's taking a short rest up in one of the trees nearby.
Neither of them seem like
They both don't seem like
awake
natural
racers,
creatures.
basically.
What?
They both don't seem natural.
Yeah, they're obviously not like your standard animal.
I'm gonna still take the shot.
Okay.
Half cover gives it disadvantage on my attack roll.
No, it's just a +2 to their AC.
Oh, okay.
So go ahead and roll the attack. So your arrow is going to thunk into a tree right next to it. Make a stealth check. All three of the creatures that I mentioned look in your general direction, but none of them seem to lock onto you. Actually, wait, hold on a second. I forgot about the bird. Hold on a second. Yeah, no, you're good. None of them seem to lock onto you.
How
No, they
inside on the bear and the bird?
What?
Can I like insight on the bear and the bird?
Sure. It'll be at disadvantage.
Fine.
Okay. Yeah, no, they both seem to have moved on, at least as far as you can tell. Like maybe they're thinking about it in the back of their mind a little bit, but the bears already started walking again, and the bird appears to be more interested in finding some like quick snack.
Alright. The lizard's still running away, I assume.
Yeah, the lizard. It's not running away. It's just kind of ambling about now.
Did I hear you almost call it a wizard? Do we have a wizard lizard?
Tom's as bad as having a fungus among us.
You're a wizard lizard.
Yep. Gonna try again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try again.
Yeah, no, this one's also gonna hit a different tree. Make another stealth check, please.
And again.
Okay. So again, they kind of look around a little bit, but they seem to think it's just ambient forest noise for the most part.
That's good. I suppose it could sound like a single woodpecker tap. Like a really loud woodpecker tap.
And the singular one, not a series of multiple.
Yeah. Just one.
Thunk. Man, weird
I can't make
woodpeckers
those.
today.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another one.
Oh, you're taking another shot. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that one also misses again. You're really going after this woodpecker thing.
Yeah.
Thunk.
But you are
I
also
should-
getting really lucky, so you're good.
It's like the
Rolled a
moment you fail.
5.
The moment you fail a stealth check, they turn around. There's like 50 arrows in the trees around them. When did that get there?
I don't know.
So the lizard's about 80 feet away now.
Eh.
Okay. That hits.
Sails beautifully through the trees.
Yes.
The woodpecker, it's on him.
Yeah. And.
And also a stealth.
And so that sinks into the lizard's abdomen, and it just collapses. The
That's
other
good.
two are immediately very interested in what the heck's going on, but they're looking more at the lizard and don't notice you at all.
I would like to try and approach the lizard to see if I can take it away.
So you can get close to the lizard. It is about the size of you.
Alright.
If you want to try, you can make a athletics check to see if you can carry it. That'll also come with another stealth roll, though.
How closely are they watching it at this point, or have they moved on?
The bear seems kind of curious. The bird found a mouse.
And the bear is still watching me,
It's looking at the lizard.
or
So
yeah, watching.
neither
the
of them
lizard.
have found you.
That's a good point, Brain. Had it been an hour yet since I first encountered it and cast Hunter's Mark?
No. It
Okay,
was around
so
35 minutes or so.
then I can reapply Hunter's Mark to another creature. And the bear's the more deadly of the two, I would probably assume, given that the bird has to fly between the trees. So I'll reapply it to the bear.
Okay, you do that. And then you still want to try to pick up the lizard?
Yeah.
Okay, make a athletics check and a stealth check. Okay. So you can't quite manage to pick up the lizard. It's just a bit too heavy for you. Unfortunately, the bear has definitely noticed you now. It roars at you in anger.
How far away is the bear?
It's about 40 feet or so.
Can I try to cut off the kobold's head and take just that? Or not the kobold, the lizard, and take just that?
Have you ever tried or heard that cutting off a limb or anything is a little bit harder than just thwack? I got it.
Yeah, these things tend to be attached for a reason. That's the
I
first
know.
thing.
And
So
usually
you have
tools
a-
meant for it are specialized, like a butcher's knife.
I have a sickle. That's all I can offer.
You can try. Make a athletics check. You'd manage to make it work. You do manage to cut the head of the lizard off. But in that time, the bear has closed the gap to 10 feet.
Alright. I'm gonna take the head and run
Okay.
without entering its 5-foot radius around it.
It's actually going to get an attack of opportunity.
From 10 feet away?
Yes.
Bear is large, isn't it?
Does a 21 hit?
Ow.
And you take
It's not quite
9
half.
piercing damage.
Oh.
That
I thought that was how much
the,
damage it
21
did.
was the attack roll.
Okay. I feel better. I was quickly thinking, like, is that half my health? Do I get knocked unconscious, or... Okay, that's better. Yeah, I'm gonna keep running.
Okay.
Sprinting best I can with the head.
So it is faster than you. I don't think that's really going to surprise you, especially holding the head. So make an athletics check to see if you can stay ahead of it. So it's going to catch up to you and try to. It's going to try to grapple you. So you have a choice of athletics or acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Okay.
Ow.
Yeah. So it has you grappled.
I'll be back. I have to go AFK for a bit.
Alright. Wondering if I can use, like, how successful I would maybe be with thaumaturgy. Yeah, I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to imitate the crack of a tree, like right in one of its ears.
Roll intimidation with advantage. Okay. So it lets you go as it kind of reels back, covering its ears.
It's more of the same. I'm gonna get up and keep running away. I'm gonna try to veer toward the town.
Okay. Make another athletics check. It's gonna catch back up to you again. And this time it's going to try to slash at you. If a 21 hit, a 23 hits too.
Okay.
And that will deal 5 damage.
No change in state though, otherwise, other than maybe a little stumble, so I can keep running.
Yeah, yep. You're just starting to break out of the forest now.
Alright, is there anything in sight?
Not really. It's pretty clear. You see the town off in the distance, like maybe a few farms. But there's no obvious other creatures that you see.
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to make my voice louder and yell, "Help! Bear attack!"
Roll persuasion with advantage. You start to see a little bit of movement from the farms, and the bear, seeing this, immediately turns around and runs back into the forest.
Okay.
And you
that's
hear
good.
it say, "I shall get my revenge on you."
Like that?
It's a Russian bear.
Oh gosh. I know it had to,
Not
but
I,
just
but
more of a
we.
randomly picked accent. But that just makes me more scared.
Russian bear, very dangerous.
Because Russian bear is communist, and communist means multiple Russian bears will get revenge on you.
Yes, comrade, we get revenge.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep running toward the farms, I guess. Are these different farms, or any chance it's the
Question, are
same
you
one?
still holding on to the lizard head?
Yes, I need it as evidence to show them what was killing their cows.
Okay. So...
You must understand, that's the whole point of this.
I'm just confused this entire time as to why you were hunting against that.
So at least you have a plan. Okay. So
Yeah.
they are the same farmers from before. And at first they're like, "Oh, are you all right? Where's the bear?"
It was chasing me in the woods. It turned back as soon as I called out.
Darn
I would
smart
have
bear
at this
right there.
point. Yeah, I would have at that point turned off thaumaturgy so I'm not booming in their ears.
Yeah.
And so it's not as obvious that I'm using magic.
Hold up, I'm back. When did you turn into a boombox?
When
I broke
Russian
through
bear
the tree
came
line.
to attack.
Yeah. In any case, it turned back when I called out for help.
Darn smart
You
bear.
were, yeah. You were losing cows. Yes.
Yes, actually, yeah, we lost another like 50 today.
I found at least one of the culprits, and I'll toss the head on the ground in front of me.
What is that?
I don't know. I just saw it grab a cow and sprint into the woods.
Ugh. Disgusting.
You may want to have a more robust fence
Please.
for the cows.
Yeah.
Wasn't it digging?
Is it?
Yeah. It also dug. Probably just a very big lizard. Just be careful.
Thank you.
In retrospect, mentally, it's probably best that I didn't grab the entire body and just grab the head, because I forgot fully about the setting.
Yeah.
I only more fully remembered it when I cast thaumaturgy from basically the tree line.
The farmer's gonna go throw up now, so...
Yeah. I'll just dispose of this.
The farmer nods while dry heaving.
When you're used to video games where you have to collect 500 ears or heads of creatures.
Yeah. To craft a weapon.
I swear, I'm not weird at all. It's for a sword.
And this makes sense to you?
Look,
Unless you're a Bosmer, then it's like bones are just common. Especially
look, the
if they're
shady guy in
bones.
an alleyway gave me a quest, told me he'd make a sword out of them.
Yeah. So I'll go.
Just wait now.
What should I do with the head at this point? There's nothing practical to do with it in a world like this.
You could mount it. Do some taxidermy.
Yeah.
Make a perception check for me.
All right.
Maybe this is just you, but you know, Holly has this feeling like the head's looking at him.
Wait,
I'm gonna.
Are you with Holly?
Halt.
No.
Halt.
I think you said.
Okay. Sorry, I thought
Uh,
I thought you said Holly. I was like, wait a moment, what?
there's two H's.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stare intently at the head's eyes.
He turned to stone. That's right, it was a Medusa the entire time.
It
Staring
was.
contest.
I'm gonna drop it to the ground and shoot an arrow through it.
Okay.
I imagine being an immobile thing, I don't have disadvantage even though it's that close.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You, honestly, you have advantage.
Yeah.
It's prone,
Do I have
right?
to roll or?
Yeah, roll. You hit. Roll damage.
I'm
Yeah,
not
you
sneak,
get,
but
no, you get the sneak stuff. I mean, what's it gonna do?
yeah. Hold on. It's 5 because that was also including Hunter's Mark. I forgot to turn that off.
Yeah. It's fine though. It's still looking at you.
Tempted for a very anime-esque thing to just like wrap this to the arrow and shoot it into the woods.